Welcome, brothers and sisters. Welcome. I was started up this morning. Come on in. Come on in. You ever wonder about how to strengthen the immune system? Well, you're in the right place at exactly the right time today, folks. Come on in. I'll tell you about 7 ways to stay happy, peaceful, and healthy. Come on in. I'm Andrew, hiking druid. Thanks for stopping by. And it's so important to keep your immune system strong these days. And the first of the 7 ways, and it might be more than 7, is happy music. This song's called Happy as Can Be. Kind of a laid-back ditty about enjoying every single day. I actually hear this song when I'm out walking sometimes. And it's a whistle, it's addicting. So come on in, come on in. The first way to stay happy is happy music. All right. So what we can do is we can listen to it, we can sing it, or sing with it, or we can play it. And that will make you feel good too. So this harmonica has been hiking hundreds of miles in my backpack with me. And it's held up pretty good. Of course, I keep it in a case, so if I go flying, it doesn't get smashed. So anyway, welcome. I have been helping folks with their energy levels, with their immune systems. I am a health coach. I am a chef. I have been hiking for 40 years, camping out like in a tent, or under the stars, sleeping bag, in the woods, in the wilderness, 20 miles from the nearest road, mountaintops, lightning bolts, 100 yards away from me. You can actually hear it and smell it when it goes that close to you. And it makes your heart go pitta-patta. I will tell you that for sure. So I have experience with helping folks to become more balanced, to slow down. I also help to guide folks into observing the natural rhythms in the wilderness. And also I am somebody who harvests wild plants and tree products from out in the forest. Some people call that foraging. I call it wild harvesting. But it's the same thing. I've studied herbs for 20 or 30 years now. And so I do have some ideas about how we can stay happy and stay patient and peaceful and improve our health and strengthen our immune system to live like our Heavenly Papa says we were born and created to live. Wondrously made. Beautiful. And so let's talk about some of these ideas. So I mentioned the happy music. Before I start, if you would check out right below this video, like and subscribe, and comment if you enjoy this. Tell me what you think. And please check out the link that's right below there. If you know how important, or you want to find out how important it is to get your immune system strong so you can take care of you and your family, check out that link, sign up and get your free guide that I wrote that explains about some of the herbs that can help you and to strengthen your immune system. This is so important. It's part of how to remain happy, to remain balanced, and to keep that immune system strong. Like I say, it's so important, and it is easy once you put the things together. Like anything, it's practice makes perfect, or more perfect. So let's get that guide, get my newsletter. I'll do a new one about every month or so. Usually it's not quite every month, and when you first sign up, you'll get a couple extra ones that have more information for you. So if anything happens on, like BoobTube or anything like that, or any of those outfits that censor people, we can still stay in touch. That's so important right now. So go check that out if you feel so inclined. So yeah, the happy music, listening, playing, singing along with other people, that can be a lot of fun as well. And number 2 way is to get, I have some funny things going on with my computer, but we are going to push through like we talked about yesterday and keep going. Get up and move around the house so you can tie some of these things together. So if you're listening to happy music, you can get up off your seat and, dance around with somebody else. That's fun. But even with yourself, my cat knows what's coming some days. He's not excited about it. Sometimes he clears out. But I let my Irish and my Native American tribal blood loose, and we have quite a fun time with music with the right beat. So that is what you can do. This will help to give yourself an energy boost. It does release endorphins, which is nice. Music, happiness, love, contentedness, balancing. So sit less, move around. If you're going to sit for more than an hour, you need to train yourself to get up once an hour and do some stretches, walk. Now here's regular give thanks daily. Give thanks daily, maybe even multiple times in a day. Count your blessings through the day, and you'll feel more connected to the goodly godliness that flows through the world. That's why we practice observing it in the wilderness, in the parks, in one another. Look into someone else's eyes, and you'll see that God is in there, that God's spark is in there. And goodly, godly people anyway. If you don't see it in there, that can tell you a lot too. But the eye is the window to the soul. So you can see, they'll say, there's an Irish expression about a twinkle in his eye. And that means that you have somebody that has that touched by God, loving laughter in the heart. And it comes out through the eye because the soul that is well balanced powerful, aware of who allows these wonderful things to come into our lives, who blesses us with all these great things. Let's put it that way. We have free will, so you can do these things or not. But I have a feeling if you're wondering about how to strengthen your immune system and you want to do it in some simple, I've got 7 simple ways, right, that I mentioned to stay happy and peaceful and healthy. So if you're checking this video out, you probably have an interest in learning some new techniques. Well, these things are just as simple as I can make them, and I follow all these daily. And I have put them together into this grouping because it makes sense. If you are happy, if you are healthy, if you are balanced, if you have learned to be patient, take a breath instead of have a knee-jerk instant reaction to everything, you're allowing your immune system to be more powerful because a balanced body has stronger defenses naturally. It's how we're designed, folks. And it's very exciting, and these things can kind of bounce off one another quite often. So make sure that this just popped into my mind too. The opposite of these things can bring you down just as quickly as doing these things can get you rising and more powerful and positive. So if you're listening to happy music, if you start listening to some of this more violent, crappy, negative stuff, you will notice that changes your attitude. There's an expression, your attitude will dictate your altitude. So if you have a good attitude, you'll start feeling higher and higher and higher. And the word has been kidnapped by the liars. The word high is a natural, well-balanced condition of being a sovereign member of mankind. You are high. Your pineal, your energetic connection to one another and to Papa above and to Holy Spirit within. All rise as you're finding out how to connect these things and balance them. It's just so amazing how this all works together. A well-oiled machine. There's another expression. But this, of course, is referring as well to a balanced body, mind, soul. So you give thanks daily. Yes. Regular exercise. Okay, beyond just getting off the couch and doing some stretches, also go for a walk each day, because 2 things happen. You get fresh air and you get some regular exercise that you want to get your your heartbeat going a little faster, get your blood, as your blood's flowing, as you walk and your arms naturally start moving a little bit. You don't have to overdo it like you're marching. Just let them swing. Be aware and let them swing. That motion actually acts as a close to the power of your heart. It's a lot of people call it a second heart. See, you're pumping your blood and you're actually you're taking a little pressure off your heart. You're cleansing your blood because it's scooting around through your veins faster, and you're helping it with your legs, and your arms actually act as a second heart. So that's why you don't want to stay sitting for hours and hours at a time. And if you can't do it if you're playing like video games, set a timer. 60 minutes. Pause. Get away from it. First of all, you shouldn't be staring at a screen for over an hour anyway, but you shouldn't let your body be that lethargic. You let germs start to get the best of your white blood cells, which is an important part of your immune system. And you don't want to do that. You want to keep moving daily and, set up sort of a regular. I can tell sometimes I'll go for a second walk, but most of my walks are like a half hour to an hour long. And when I first started years back, realizing that a daily walk was so important, it was often just a 15-minute walk until I got used to it. For a couple weeks, I just did a 15-minute walk. But the normal routine is 20 to 30 minutes. You will naturally feel that rhythm. If you go for just 10 minutes after you've walked for like a year every day, it's not going to feel right. And you will also just naturally start walking a little faster as well. But you don't need to worry about that at first. Just get out the door. And the fresh air and the sun. That's the other part. You need to get the sun on our skin. That also helps with your immune system. Your skin makes vitamin D. That helps your immune system. It strengthens us to help us declare war on anything that's not supposed to be in our bodies, which is constantly going on. There's huge battles all day long, and you don't have to say, white blood cell, attack this, white blood cell, attack that. Your body is automatically doing it, especially when you are doing these things to balance your immune system and your attitude, and you're strengthening your way that you think, and that affects it a lot. So so you give thanks regularly, you get regular exercise. Quality food is one. The better food that you can put in yourself, your body knows what to do. So make it as natural as you can get it without, try to limit how much processed food. When you're making the changes, it seems like a lot, but it isn't. You just change one thing at a time. One thing. Start getting rid of a lot of the artificial sweeteners. I've been using just honey. I'll use molasses a little bit. Maple syrup, real maple syrup, not corn syrup flavored with artificial flavors. Real maple syrup or don't use maple syrup. That's my advice. Like I said, you have free will. Do whatever you want. But you are watching this because you want your immune system stronger. You have to start replacing some of these artificial colors, artificial flavors, preservatives, dough conditioners, anything that sounds like diglyceride, iseride, sodium glutamate, high fructose anything. Now, fructose itself isn't bad. Fructose is fruit sugar. Now, it can be highly processed, but also it can be very lightly processed. And if that's in something, like let's say you use applesauce as a sweetener, then you're getting fructose in your food, and your body actually digests fructose a lot easier than processed cane sugar, for example. So these are changes you can make. You could, let's say you're 30 years old and you have a sweet tooth, right? In America, in a lot of other, countries around the world, our palate has been trained to excessive sweetness because it sells food and it makes people addicted to their treats, to their snacks. So becoming aware of that is step number one, and then slowly shifting one thing. Now, some people will go through their cupboards and throw out everything, and then they're craving it like crazy, 2 hours later. So I suggest just start becoming more aware. You have to do your due diligence, and you're doing that right now. You're beginning your journey on your research. And so go and just check out what processed sugar does to your body, and then find replacements. Just do a search. How do I replace sugar in my diet? What other sweeteners are better? Honey has been used since, the dawn of time, and there's a reason for it. It's really nutritious. It's so much easier for our bodies to utilize, and it's so sweet that you don't need as much of it, and your body recognizes it, and it will tell you, okay, I've had enough, because mostly our brain needs sugar, and that's if it's getting low, it will let you know. And so learning to listen to our bodies, also very important in balancing our flows and staying happy and healthy. So yeah, quality food, very important. Supplements. You can use supplements, but you need really high quality supplements. So I use one that is a extra boost. I do make teas, and I have a lot of videos about natural ways and of building. But something like this, which is called Best Defense, helps you. It's got zinc and vitamin C. Something like this I use every day. I use also, this is called Simply Probiotic, and this is like what's in the yogurt, but it's encapsulated, so when you drink it, it doesn't get digested in your stomach, and it will come out slowly, like a time release, in your intestines, which actually do most of the digesting anyway. So that is for healthy gut flora, which is what actually does a lot of the natural digesting of food. And people that get on like antibiotics, it wages war on your natural biome in your intestines that are actually there for good things. It keeps the bad things at a minimum, the bad bacteria, and it's natural bacteria that's in like skins of cucumbers and apple skins, and natural. It's just natural stuff that over time gets the healthy stuff. It's like a symbiosis. It works with us, and it keeps the bad stuff away. It won't allow it into our bodies. It's part of our immune system, folks. So you need probiotics, because a lot of the chemicals in the air, in the antibiotics, should stay away from them as much as possible. It so weakens our bodies. It's not worth it. If you have probiotics and healthy things like vitamins A and C and E, ACE, and we have zinc and echinacea, things like that are rich in those natural elements that assist the biome and assist those natural bacteria to build up resistance to any nasty little invaders that don't belong there, okay? And you can get that in food, you can get that in what you eat and breathe. Even just talking to someone else, you can breathe in some of theirs that they just got rid of through their cough or whatever. There's nothing to fear in a healthy, balanced body. Like I said, this is happening all the time, so you don't live in fear about it. So it needs to be high quality. And why I use these particular products like this is that these are like beyond the grade of what you can get in the store. These are designed to be the highest quality. It's like pharmaceutical grade. It's way above what FDA says that grocery stores need to have. So that's why I use this. it's part of, it's part of my health coach business, and I can get you more information about this. There's some links down below. If you click more in the description box, there's some links to how you can get some more information about that. Or just, let me know in a comment, or if you get signed up, when you get signed up to the newsletter and get your free guide, then you will be able to talk back and forth, and I'll gladly give you more advice. We can even have a wellness sit down and do a wellness profile and see what your goals are. And I love helping folks, so just give me a shout and we'll get in touch. I'll get in touch with you. So yeah, make sure the food is high quality, the supplements are high quality, because otherwise, if you're just doing like Walmart special kind of deal, or even most of the grocery store stuff, it's a lot of times it's just chemical vitamins, and it just mostly won't get utilized. Only a small portion will your body recognize and be able to use. The rest, you might as well just throw them right in your toilet, because that's where it's going to end up. But you need the high quality stuff that's balanced together. And I won't get into all that. I do have some other videos about that in the immune system, about how different vitamins work together in the immune system playlist. That's on YouTube. So what else can we do to keep things flowing and stay happy? And you want to do, you want to surround yourself with more and more positive, encouraging people that know that you are who God says we are. You don't want a lot of naysayers around you filling you with their crap, because crap begets crap. Okay, I'll keep it PG. But if you put too much crap in, you're going to get crap out, and it also can throw you off balance, which weakens your immune system. It's one of those things. It's the opposite of what you want. So if there's somebody that always brings you down, even if it's someone that you're forced to work with, there's ways you can negate the negative things they say. Just always be positive back to them. And if they say something negative that doesn't quite sit with you well, reframe the conversation with a positive word. People say, oh, I'm worried about such and such. And you can say, oh, I'm excited about it. A challenge helps you to grow. It's how you program the way you think. I'm scared of meeting this person. No, I'm excited about meeting this new person. Potential friend, potential ally. So you turn these things around. That takes practice, and that's good, because it gives you more confidence the more you become aware of these things, and the more you can put them together and reuse the word or reform the word. Someone says you're weird because you're thinking about these things and they aren't used to it. Say, no, what you're trying to say is I'm a unique individual. I'm not weird. That sounds like I've got like a third eye or a horn growing on my forehead. You do have a third eye, but you don't want to get sick. Okay, I don't have a horn coming out of my forehead. I'm not weird. I'm a unique individual. Thank you very much. You just don't allow them to put dirt into your mind. But also, you want to, if you have that in your friend, even your family, you want to start, if it's a more distant family member, you start culling these people, keeping them away. And you need to learn how to diffuse negativity, but also refuse negativity. Mahatma Gandhi said, I will not allow somebody to walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Again, free will. You choose who your friends are, and you choose who you allow to put negative thoughts into your mind. So would you let them hand you a bottle of poison and just chug it? No. Well, that's what you're doing when you allow constant negativity into your mind. It's just like chugging a poison. It's a slow poison. I mean, the little liar is very adept at slow poison and twisting truth. He's been doing it for 6,000 years that we know about, folks. So watch less TV news. TV and or news. Let's put it that way. Watch less of it in general, because even the advertising and the scripts and the lack of talented writers in Hollywood, they have too many of them have agendas that are negative, self-defeating, self-effacing. It might be funny as a joke, but you don't put down people around you. Don't do it. So you don't let them do it with their programming. There's a reason it's called a channel and a program. You need to be more aware of this. So we are taking these words back, but a lot of people aren't even aware of it yet. So that's where we're at, trying to plant the seed, make more people aware of it, and practice it yourself. So if you watch, 3 hours of TV when you get home from work, just don't switch it on at first when you get home from work, and start practicing more positive things. Turn the music on, the happy music. Put some happy music on. Cut it down by a third. So if it's 3 hours, just watch it for 2 hours, then watch it for 1 hour, then stop watching it. I don't have cable. I do have movies that I can watch, and I don't even do that very much anymore. I haven't watched TV, regular TV, and if I go to someone's house and it's on, it's less and less tolerable, because it's been almost 20 years I've been TV free. And trust me, folks, I don't miss it. I don't think, what do I have to watch today? Oh, this show is on and that show is on. It's all programming. It's BS. And it was created to make us waste time. So there's so many different positive things you can be doing instead, which I will talk about soon. Actually, it's next. After you practice watching less TV and then less TV, and then putting only good shows on, and then a comedy that is uplifting, not insulting, and then you start seeing, wow, I used to really make fun of people a lot. You notice these things because of all the comedy sitcom type things. They're always making fun of what supposedly their friends. They're actually putting them down half the time. I mean, that show that was called Friends was the time I started noticing people were treating people less kindly. And then I realized, wow, everyone's watching. I mean, so many people were watching that show, and you can't watch an episode without them ridiculing each other. Utilize your creativity. Everybody has something that's creative, whether it's woodwork, poetry, playing an instrument, singing, writing a song, painting. Creativity, sculpting. What else? Solving problems. Mathematics can be creative. in geometry, sacred geometry, things like that. But everybody has creativity, or you can cultivate a new one. A lot of times, unfortunately, the Marxist infiltrated education system, which is a programming system, a propaganda system. When we're young kids, we have creativity, and there are teachers that I remember would cultivate that and encourage it, but there's other ones that stomp it out, and more so now than ever, because they're so busy trying to get your SAT scores and your memorization abilities up, your temporary memorization abilities. Your regurgitation of facts and figures, instead of understanding, just repeating this list of names and dates, that sort of thing. They don't want to spend time with an individual, and it's hard for them to. I'm not putting all teachers down. I'm just saying that the system itself is not built to encourage individual thinking, which leads to creativity. However, we were designed to be creative beings. We are longing to be creative beings. Some people pursue it. Some people believe the lies they were teased about when they were kids. And they think now as adults they don't have creativity. But if you start thinking back to when you were little, did you like to draw trees and houses? And then someone said, that doesn't look like a tree, and you believed them? Maybe how you see a tree isn't how they saw a tree. Get some paper and start drawing again. I mean, there's all kinds of different creative things. I mean, when I started writing poems in 4th grade, there was a couple of my friends that also liked to write stories and poems and draw pictures. But most people that didn't understand what I was doing didn't want anything to do with it. And some people would even tease you because they got teased about doing something else or something similar. So not that you want to overanalyze everything, but I'm doing it a little bit just to show you that think back, and you can even just temporarily think back and cancel out those insults if you believed them back then. It's freeing. It's very freeing. Now, I was just blessed to be very tough and stubborn about what I was trying to figure out when I was little, that I would put people straight and I wouldn't let them boss me around even when I was little. You had to let the teachers boss you around to a point, and I didn't like it, but you have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that, because good teachers should be guides, not bosses. And certainly not political agenda regurgitators. Anyway, off that soapbox, hiking druid, back to the immune system. But as you become aware of these things, they connect. They become interconnected. And they actually boost one another. It is beautiful. It is good. And I'm just very happy that you are interested in improving your immune system and strengthening it. And there's many ways we can do that. We do it by helping one another. We do it by encouraging one another. And I have some videos about encouragement and helping each other um, being loving, being strong, being who God says we are. So go check out some of those things. How you can slow yourself down and observe the natural rhythms, which we are actually, this I know does not compute with some people, but it's true. It's a fact. It's His truth. We are a part of nature. We were created to be part of it. We've pushed it away, and it weakens us to do so. So go and start observing it more. Spend more time in some quiet places, waterfalls, streams, that gurgling, sound of water going over rocks. How fresh the air is around waterfalls. It's nothing like it. If you can find a place that has a waterfall that you can camp next to, be very respectful of it. Leave your campsite so that no one even knows you were there is your best way to do it. If you're out in the wilderness like that and you find a beautiful place, you can camp out there, but you need to be respectful and don't destroy the place. But even just sitting there next to it for a half hour is going to rock your world. It's going to change your direction, your outlook. Practice your breathing. Deep breathing in through your nose with your mouth closed. And you want to feel your stomach coming out as you're breathing in. And you hold it for a couple seconds. Then you let it out. And your stomach's going back in. We weren't even taught how to breathe properly. It's sick. I mean, basic things like that. In order to still your nerves, calm yourself, bring joy into your body, and observe God flow in nature. How it connects trees to birds, to rivers, to lichens, to mosses, to mushrooms, to bigger animals, to us, to clouds, to the sun, the soil, us, one another. It all connects and strengthens. The awareness of that connection strengthens us, encourages us, heals us. Yes, we are creative beings. We are eternal beings. We are healing beings. We are defending beings. We are loving beings. We are powerful beings. And yet some people say, I'm so tired I can't get out of my own way. Well, that was more than 7, okay? So I always end up doing that. I'll still keep that the title because they're so interconnected. That is how to strengthen our immune systems. But as you could see, it's so much more than that. It's how we reconnect with loved ones. It's how we reconnect with the Creator of all things, who does love us. You are so well loved. So that's good. Let's wrap this up. Thank you again for watching. I am Andrew, Hiking Druid. I enjoy you tagging along, and I hope you are as happy as you can be, and then learning how to become more happy to strengthen your immune system. It's easy to do it. It's also easy not to do it. Look, every morning I have a smile on my mug. It's just one more way. I have a shirt that says, Yay God. It reminds me to give thanks. So come back tomorrow. We'll talk again. And you are well loved. You're the apple of Papa's eye. And And he doesn't lie. He says you're beautiful and wondrously made. So thanks and take care. Bye.